Vehicle internal.
1 minute 55.
Launch sequencer start.
At night, when I'm at home and I look up into the night sky, you honestly, look at the moon a little bit differently now.
25 seconds.
Status check.
With this object in your eye, thinking, I could actually walk on the surface of the moon.
1, fire.
I am a NASA astronaut. I'm an active duty Marine and a fighter pilot. And now I'm at NASA training as part of the Artemis team. Artemis is this exciting adventure that we are headed back to the moon, but this time we're going in a very different way. And we will take men and we will take women. You'll see the next man and the first women walk on the moon, hopefully by the end of 2024. This time when we go to the moon, though, it's different than when we've gone in the past. So when we went in the past, we were there to collect data and to stay for a short term. But this time we are going to have sustained operations on the lunar surface. We're going to build a platform around the moon, which is called Gateway, that will be in orbit. And from there, we can launch to the surface of the moon and build habitats on the moon. This is really the blocks and the steps that we need in order to eventually get us to Mars. There are a ton of women that work at NASA and that are involved in the team that helps put us into space.
Touchdown confirmed. Perseverance safely on the surface of Mars. Ready to
We're leading this huge push to go back, to take the first woman and the next man back to the moon, and to be part of that program is awe-inspiring. First South Asian female to be a flight director. You can't do this job lightheartedly. You, as the flight director, are in charge of the mission, the crew, and the overall vehicle safety. And so to do the correct training and to be prepared for every day you sit in this chair is very important.
Navigation has confirmed that the parachute has deployed and we are seeing significant deceleration.
For me specifically, as a flight director, there's less than 100 flight directors in NASA's history, and there's only been about 15 women. And so being one of the sort of 15 women in the flight director office, and then being one that is of a diverse background as well, it's an interesting place to be and super exciting. I mean, I think in general times are changing. This building alone has been around since the late 50s, early 60s, and the building itself had to be refitted for women's restrooms and even just basic things like that, right? And more recently, I actually had to wait in line at the women's restroom, and that's when you know things are changing at work. For the first time in NASA's history, the chief of the flight director office is a woman, and she's also a mother, and I'm a mother myself, and so having my boss be someone that I can absolutely relate to from a work perspective as well as a personal perspective is something that can't be replaced.
The diversity that we have today in the United States and really in the world, that a lot of these barriers are being broken down that were significant in the past. And as we break them down, you see roles of different genders, different backgrounds, different religions, different people, different diversities of people. And hopefully it just shows the younger generation that we are making progress and that they look forward to their future and they just see endless possibilities. When I was first selected to be an astronaut in 2013, my husband and I had just had a baby. It was another one of those moments in my life where I thought, oh my goodness, what did I get myself into? I feel overwhelmed. Am I going to be able to balance this new job, becoming an astronaut, being a mom, doing all this? And I just stuck with it and made it through. And yes, you can do it. And sometimes it feels overwhelming, but when you stick with it and prioritize everything you need to do, you'll be able to figure it out. And it's definitely worth it. It pays off.
I think being a working mom is just a dichotomy, because you want to be with your kid when you want to be with your kid, and you want to be 100% at work when you're at work.
Living my best life.
I'm living my best life too. I kind of joke with my husband sometimes because I feel like a superhero where I'll go do some kid activity with my daughter and then I'll change into the suit and then I'll go to work and I'll be a flight director.
There are a ton of women that work at NASA and they're involved in the team that helps put us into space. And it's truly amazing because I think we're getting close. We're getting close to a time when it won't be amazing that there's a woman as an astronaut or as an engineer or that's blazing a trail, because that'll become the norm. And people won't be surprised by that anymore.